W108, and today we're going to learn how to save your laptop in the event that juice spills on it. This may not exactly work for everyone, but we're just going to go ahead and try to see what we can do. So first things first, I'm going to tell you some materials you'll need. I use a different kind of spray. It's all-purpose cleaner, so you're going to need some of that. It's usually just distilled water with non-corrosive mixtures because it's used to take rust off things and stuff. It's good to use. A bottle. I used a washed out headache, pain reliever bottle here. I'll show you what that's for. And then some anti-static solution here. A regular towel here, a shaggy one, if you will. It's lint-free. Good deal. And a microfiber cloth and some paint brushes, and depending on the damage, a bag of rice. Okay, so first things first. So I had a nice little accident with peach juice. It spilled all over my laptop. So the first thing you're going to want to do, okay? You're going to want to immediately turn off your laptop, alright? So that's the first thing. So don't use any of the buttons. Most people's reaction is to hold down the power button immediately. No, don't do that because you're going to short circuit it. Don't touch anything with buttons on it. You're going to take it and you're going to spread it out upside down like so. I'm not going to do this again and break my laptop, but you would just take it and you turn it upside down and you take your battery out, which is what I did. And then you leave it upside down and you leave it to dry for a couple hours. I would say 48 to be on the safe side. So once that's happened, it's safe to flip it back over. Whatever remaining moisture, if it's still there, you're going to take some rice and you're just going to kind of gently disperse it around your keyboard, which you got, like I said, gently, because you don't want all of it to get inside the crevices. My keyboard's protruded, so I don't really have to worry about rice getting in there. But if you guys have different kind of keyboards, you may not want to use that option. So you're just going to go ahead and put it there. This is rare. I mean, sometimes it's you have a window of maybe 2 to 3 minutes or 30 seconds, depending on when the liquid was spilled, before you're in the safe zone, because your CMOS battery is providing a constant charge. Your motherboard can be washed literally in a sink with water. You can literally wash your motherboard if there is no electrical charge going through it. However, when there's electrical charge going through it, water is a very good conductor and it damages lanes, and that's when things get short-circuited. So we're going to go over what to do in this event. Usually, on a laptop, your CMOS battery is inside your computer. You don't have the option to take it apart unless you're very experienced. So we're going to go the other way around. You're going to grab a microfiber cloth, and this is just because it gets all of the other fine particles. And you're just going to sit here and just take it and wipe your keyboard kind of in circular motions. I mean, don't go too rough because you'll destroy the keys, but just enough so you can feel that it's getting inside the keys. So once you do that, you're going to take your bottle here, you're going to spray some of this LA's Awesome or any other distilled water product that's safe. Like I said, anti-static, this won't damage anything. Or, yeah, so that's what this one over here is for. Take your paint brush, you're going to dip it inside, and you just kind of do in spinning motions, and you just take the keys, and you just kind of go in between those, and just wipe back and forth through all the cracks. My keyboard was very, very sticky. It was terrible, but once I did that, the keys work back to normal now. Everything functions just fine. So you're going to take, and then you're going to take the spray, and you're going to spray some on the towel here, and just kind of wipe through there. It's on the surface, What that does is it gets all the sticky solution left by the sugar behind. It gets it off of the keyboard in a pretty safe way. And you're going to take your paintbrush. It's a painstaking process. You're going to wipe back and forth, like so through the keys. Whatever comes up, like crumbs or whatever, the sticky solution, you're going to go right back there. You're going to wipe this, spray more if you need to, and then you're going to take your microfiber cloth, and that's just going to get the rest of the dampness up off the surface. Clean the screen too if need be. It's really, it's really up to you. So, depending on it, your laptop should be fine. I was lucky enough to have mine fine. Sometimes it's delayed damage. You never know. It'll happen later, depending on how corroded it is. Sometimes you get it in your ports, which is extremely bad. There's not much you can do at that point. So, you just got to really be safe with your computer. Like, try not to. I know a lot of people I've seen have had issues, like they've spilled water or something or juice on their laptop, and they freak out. The best thing you can do is turn it off. And you know, a lot of people have questions. Well, you know, my computer won't turn on anymore after I spill water on it. Is it permanently broken? The answer is yes, unfortunately. As I said, water is an excellent conductor, so the electricity, the electrons will transfer over into the water, which may be on 1 or 2 lanes on the motherboard. And when those 2 lanes meet, it causes electrical charge to short circuit the motherboard. It short circuits that lane, so when a bit tries to travel through it, it can't, and it's short circuited, and you know, your motherboard basically just stops working. It's toast. Best you buy a new laptop at that point. But if you are fortunate enough, like in my case, which I was very lucky, you just unplug it immediately, take power out. It's the most important part. Take power out. Make sure also, before you perform any of this, of course, if I haven't said already, you have no power going into the laptop. Of course, your CMOS battery's in there, as I've said, so you know, that's the only thing you really have to worry about. And if you get, you'll know if your CMOS battery or your computer's screwed over because like, it got short-circuited. You'll know because it'll give you a BIOS error. So that, or your time will be changed. Computer's slower, your clock cycles are off. Just things of that nature. I mean, I'm a computer technician, so you know, I'm trying to explain it in layman's terms. But you'll know. Just watch out for those signs. If you boot it up and it can't find your OS, that's one right there. That's a big one. You know, if it says cannot find an operating system, your computer's toast, unfortunately. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day. Bye.